Today, my friends, we're going to make these gorgeous and delicious crispy chicken chimichangas. Stay tuned. Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Let's get to making those chimichangas. There's only a few ingredients. This is crazy easy and crazy delicious. Let's get it going over to the stove. We're going to get our trusty cast iron skillet of the 13-inch variety, heating on medium heat. Then we're going to add a couple pounds of these ground chicken thighs, skin and all, did it for an earlier episode, to the pan. Now we're simply going to cook this up until the chicken is all done and the skin that's embedded in that is good and crispy. Then we'll move on to the next step. We'll see you then. Okay, the chicken is cooked. The keys to all of this is, number one, I use dark meat, which can take a lot higher temperature than white meat and still be good. Number two, ground white meat chicken tends to be pretty bland, where dark meat chicken has more flavor to it. Three, you got to cook it long enough to where all of the liquid cooks off so you can get some browning on that skin that's in there. And I think I'm on number four now. And that is, you need to leave the chicken in contact with the skillet as long as you can. I went about 3 minutes in between stirring. That way you can get that browning. So we got that. Next thing, get yourself a large-ass tortilla. Done. So we're going to put a line of our incredible skin-on ground chicken into our tortilla. Next, like I said, I cooked all the moisture out of the chicken, so now I want to add moisture back in. You have a bunch of options. You can use a taco sauce, you can use a hot sauce, you can use pico de gallo. Today I'm using both Cholula's cilantro cremosa and chipotle cremosa. Both of these have incredible flavors, used them before. You could probably use sour cream in here too. Then a generous amount of shredded cheese. And as I'm doing this, behind me in my cast iron skillet is heating up some peanut oil, about a ½ inch worth, because we're going to shallow fry these to make sure we don't break them open. I'm waiting for that to get to about 375 degrees, because as soon as we put this chimichanga in, it's going to lower that temperature. We want it to be at least 350. All right, we want this not to explode on us too. So I have about a ¼ cup of flour in this little dish. I'm going to add enough water to this to make a paste, our chimichanga glue, if you will. And you want this to be about the consistency of glue. All right, I am pleased with that. Now we roll up our chimichanga good and tight. Bring those sides in. Bring the top in. Fold in. Now apply our glue. Just a line of it here. Now push those fillings back in there and roll that good and tight. And there we have our burrito. Now I'm going to get the rest of them done, then we'll see you over at the stove to get these fried up. See you then. All right, the oil in my pan is at about 370 degrees. Let's get those chimichangas in. I've got 4 here. I'm only going to do 2 at a time to make sure that I don't let that temperature go down more. Basically, all we're trying to do here is get the shell good and crispy. So I have a spatula with me, and I have tongs to help turn this monster. I'm putting it seam side down first to make sure that gets sealed. But I have every faith in our glue. I'm going to let these go for about 2 minutes how they're sitting, and then rotate them a quarter of the way, and keep doing that as long as it takes until I'm happy with the crust. All right, once we get those finished up, we will let them cool down a little bit, and then we will get some judgment from Charlotte. All right, the chimichangas are done. They have cooled down as to not melt her beautiful face. Now we bring in our judge, Charlotte. All right.
I'm going to pick this up and eat it.
Okay. You know, I don't know how they taste yet, but damn, they look pretty.
They do. Oh, that's delicious. I really like that. That's delicious.
All right, there you go. Char would not lie. You wouldn't lie, would you? Oh, she's eating more. So if she didn't think it was delicious, she would have put it down and said, Mike, what the hell did you do? So, obvious. All right, hey, I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Give this a try. Until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.